Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm CPAC welcome to Rick Harrison.
Well, hello, everybody, and quite a crowd. So, anyway, here's my 10 minutes. I'm going to give a few. I don't have a whole lot of time with you guys because everyone's talking too much. It's basically, it's politicians. Okay, so I'm going to talk for a few minutes. I'm going to have a few questions at the end, and so I am living the American dream. I truly am. Okay. You guys who don't know much about me, I was a really sick kid. I only finished the 9th grade. But, you know, because anybody in this country, if you bust ass, you can do well. Okay. One of my favorite quotes from Benjamin Franklin is, you have the right to pursue happiness, it's up to you to catch it. And the left really thinks that it should just be delivered to you. I said this last time I was here. We really have, there is a chance that the left can win. There really is. If we do not go out there, vote, tell everybody, drag your friends there, have really good arguments to, like, people who believe in the insanity of Bernie Sanders, that he can win and change their minds, there's always a chance. It's because they're hypocrites and they're insane. You have Anderson Cooper making $12 million a year. You have George Stephanopoulos making $15 million a year. But the CEO of Exxon is a dick because he makes $15 million a year, and he employs 71,000 people. So when you talk to these young people, you have to teach them, okay, the reason why CEOs make big money is because they are the LeBron James of business. They have a skill set that other people do not have. And that's why they get paid that money. But it's, like I said, it's just the hypocrisy that drives me crazy. We really have to go out there because it is very difficult to explain to a young person because they do not teach anything about economics or capitalism or anything that made this country great in high school and in college anymore. They come out of college, they come out of high school, all they know is that a corporation is evil, and capitalism is evil, and I should get free medical care, I should get free school, I should get free everything for the rest of my life. And when you tell them, no, you can't get that, you just sound like a curmudgeon. Like, no, you don't get that. It's a much longer conversation why you can't have that stuff. And that's what we really need to start teaching the young people in this country. We need to change the education system. We have to stop. We literally have the teachers' union teaching our children. It's not the teachers anymore, it's the teachers' unions. We need school choice. There is so many simple solutions that, are conservative ideas that, like, the left just crushes. We take 18-year-old kids in this country, we have way too many kids in jail. So when an 18-year-old kid just does something stupid, why are we giving him a criminal record? And that is going to hold him back his entire life. He's going to, he's going to be in the negative column as far as taxes in his entire life. He's going to cost society money. Why don't we just put him in the military? And, because the same thing happened to my father. My father, judge said, well, do you want to go join the military or? And my dad ended up paying 8 figures in taxes in his life. Our current system just screws the kids. Just a million little things like that we need to do. Less government, less government, less government. That's all we need. Total I employ like 150 people, and I enjoy doing it. But Bernie Sanders really wants to crush everything we have, and we just need to be massively vigilant. I'm here. You have to vote, you have to beg other people to vote, you have to drag them to the polls, and every young person out there, you have to explain to them why this left stuff will not work. because there is always a chance it could happen. In 1900, William Jennings Bryan was almost elected. It was a very, very close race, and he was really close to Bernie with crazy ideas. I mean, I don't have a lot of time up here because, like I said, there was a lot of politicians, and we know how much they speak. I'm gonna take some questions from the audience, and like I said, because they're only giving me 10 minutes. So who's got a question? Everyone wants me to run for governor of Nevada, but like, no decisions yet.
First of all, thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure to listen to you speak. I was wondering what specific policy and law changes have affected your personal business, and if you could point to some specific things to get, we have these high-minded conversations about policy.
I think policies that have affected my business. I mean, when Obamacare came out, it was absolute insanity because I'm literally talking to a U.S. senator and explaining to him I had to hire a guy to make sure I was in compliance. And then this is a U.S. senator who goes, well, just fire him because you're not. And I'm going like, what do you mean? He goes, well, they change the rules every day. So in the morning you might be in compliance, in the end you won't. I mean, that's the insanity of the government. It's less government, less rules and regulations, the more businesses will open. Bernie Sanders wants to tax me at 90%. Why would I want to open up a business if I'm not going to make no money? Okay, and like I was saying earlier, these things need to be explained to these young kids because it does sound exciting and great that everyone's going to, like, have puppies and everything else like that. I mean, but it doesn't work that way, and but like government regulation, all it does is hold businesses back. The more regulations you have, the tougher it is to open a business, tougher to be successful, and less employees in the end.
I want to thank you for what you do in showing conservatism in your show about how you show a small business and making the buyer and seller, which is so central to what economy is. And you're doing so great thing in the media. How do we multiply that?
Okay, I mean, just talk to young people. Don't talk down to them. Talk to them like your uncle. The reason why people love my show, and I'm on for 16 seasons, is because people love to learn. They just don't like to be talked down to. Okay, and if you can. You just have to relate it to like common day life. Just don't sit there and like you can't talk to a young person and say he's stupid, he's stupid, he's stupid, because they're just going to think you're an old curmudgeon. Okay, you have to give them facts because, believe it or not, young people can appear dense, but they just think different than we do.
Last question.
Hi, I'm Jordan Mercer. I go to the College of Charleston, and unfortunately, our campus, as well as other campuses, are infiltrated with many socialists, and I find it very hard to tell them facts and have them understand that. So what, in your opinion, is the best way to promote capitalism and anti-socialism on college campuses?
Here we go. So you have a rich guy. He goes out and buys himself a brand new airplane. Okay, he buys himself a jet. So which employs everybody at the jet factory, okay, which employs everybody down the street at the cafe where everyone at the jet factory works, okay? And then he brings that jet home, and then he's got to employ a pilot and maybe someone else, and then he's got a whole staff to maintain it. Then the local airport gets rent for his hangar from it and everything else. So now you have like 50 or 60 people working, but the left wants to take that all away because it's a bad guy that he bought a jet and all those people are out of a job. It's not a bad thing having a lot of money. Because like all your leftist friends would love to have a lot of money, they just don't want anyone else to have it. Okay? So thanks, everybody. Oh, yes, my buddy Dan Rodheimer is running for Congress. You should support him. He's backstage. He's going to make me say that. Anyway, thanks for listening to me, guys. Have an amazing day, and have a good one.